Yo, what is up guys, Delboy here, aka Blue Collar Sports TV. Hopefully you guys are doing well. If you're new here, smash that like, hit subscribe, all of that good stuff. So some news coming out of the light heavyweight division, and in my opinion, somewhat disappointing news, I would say. Obviously this past May, Dmitry Bivol defeated Canelo Alvarez via a lopsided, unanimous decision. And, after that fight, people were speculating where he would go next. Of course, originally, it looked like there would be a rematch between Bivol and Canelo. However, Canelo is going down a different route in Gennady Golovkin, which obviously meant that Bivol was searching for a new opponent. Well, as it happens, the WBA have intervened, and they've ordered Dmitry Bivol to face Gilberto Ramirez, who is the WBA mandatory. Now, I have to say, I want to get this out of the way first. It's not a bad fight. I know a lot of people out there don't really rate Gilberto Ramirez, but I've always rated him more than most. I think he has the potential to be a banana skin for any top light heavyweight. He's a tall, rangy southpaw with decent boxing ability. He's got decent power. He's strong. He's quite comfortable on the inside, mid-range, and on the outside. He's quite a versatile fighter, Gilberto Ramirez. He doesn't really do anything particularly great, but, he's pretty well-rounded, I would say. And overall, I've always seen him as a decent fighter who has underachieved, essentially. So, Dmitry Bivol versus Gilberto Ramirez is not a bad fight in itself. I'm not going to sit here and say it's a bad fight. But obviously, when it comes to light heavyweight right now, the fight we want to see is Undisputed, right? Dmitry Bivol versus Artur Beterbiev. But, the powers that be in boxing, whether it be Top Rank or Eddie Hearn, they seem to have no interest whatsoever in this fight. It seems to me that only certain undisputed fights matter, whereas others, not so much. Not only have the WBA ordered this fight with Gilberto Ramirez, Matchroom and Eddie Hearn are requesting an exemption from the WBA to allow Joshua Buatsi to fight Bivol before Ramirez gets his mandatory shot. So potentially Bivol will have two scheduled fights. He will have to fight Joshua Buatsi and also his Mando in Gilberto Ramirez, which obviously would delay an undisputed fight. Whereas on the other side, Artur Beterbiev has to fight his WBO Mando in Anthony Yarde. So, it doesn't really seem like the boxing world, the powers that be, want this fight to happen. That's how it appears on the outside looking in. And yeah, to me that's a shame, quite frankly. As far as I'm concerned, the fight is primed to happen now. Beterbiev is 37 years old. He could fall off a cliff at any moment now, considering his age, but he's coming off a really good performance. So to me, it's about striking while the iron is hot, and for me, this fight makes perfect sense to happen right now. And yeah, don't get it twisted. I'm not saying that Bivol versus Ramirez is a bad fight. I actually think it's decent, to be honest. I'm not even saying that Buatsi versus Bivol is a bad fight, because Buatsi, he's got his flaws, but he does have certain attributes. He's very aggressive, he hits relatively hard, he's very dangerous at mid-range when he throws those combinations. He brings an element of danger, so even the Buatsi fight isn't a bad fight, but for me at least, these are not the fights I want to see right now. I'd much rather see Beterbiev versus Bivol next, and I understand that fighters have to take care of their Mandos, I understand that, but in this situation, to me at least, it just feels like the boxing world, the powers that be in boxing, are holding this fight back. I'm not sure whether that is because of the nationalities of the two combatants. Maybe it's that, but to me it doesn't seem like there's any desire in boxing to make this fight happen, which is an absolute shame in my opinion. And quite frankly, I have a sneaky feeling that this fight will never happen. That's the gut feeling I get surrounding Beterbiev versus Dmitry Bivol. I truly hope I'm wrong, because we have missed out on some great fights at light heavyweight in recent years, most notably Adonis Stevenson versus Sergey Kovalev. This could be a similar circumstance. We missed out on Beterbiev versus Andre Ward, Stevenson versus Ward, etc. We've missed out on some great fights at 175 in recent years, and the way things are going right now, I see this being another one of them, quite frankly. Anyway, share your thoughts below. What do you make of this news? Again, I want to reiterate, I don't think the Ramirez fight's a bad fight. I don't think the Buatsi fight's a bad fight. But I don't think they are fights that should happen now. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, share your thoughts below. What do you make of this recent news? Share your thoughts below. Peace.